Howdy folks, it's rjhelms here, back with episode 21 of Let's Play Capitalism Lab. In the last episode, we just started up this next scenario, which is the breakthrough and training scenario, and actually managed to hit all of our sub-goals right off the hop. They were pretty easy to hit, just with a somewhat aggressive entry strategy. We made a play for the furniture industry to start, and then moved into footwear, because that's where we had our expertise. And right now we're just making sport shoes, but we've got research on all of the 4 goods in the footwear category. My supply of rubber just stopped, so let's take a look at that. It doesn't look like there's any rubber anywhere in the world. I was going to say that what I want to do is actually open up some more shoe stores. That might not work right away. Let's look at the farming guide, whose shortcut I can never remember. Sowing month is May, so I can't do that right away. That's unfortunate. So we'll just let time pass and try to survive, and hopefully in May there will be some either some rubber available already. Just keep checking. Or we can open up a rubber farm come May. The other thing I wanted to do was I never got a furniture store started in Istanbul, so I want to do that sooner rather than later. If I go to... Oh, my supply of socks has stopped. That's in a retail store, so I'm not sorted with that. Let's slow the game down. Yeah, so I have nothing in Istanbul, so we'll put down a furniture store. I'm not so sure I clicked the right unit there. Furniture store. And try to find something good. That actually looks pretty good. Demand index of 49. 27, 24. Not available. Yeah, let's go for the one that's 49 or 48. Get these 3 guys in and set up an advertising unit. Let's go to supply of socks. I mean, I'm not so worried about that. Oh, slot in some more socks. Because in the fullness of time, I'm going to be producing those goods, so I'm not too concerned that my sock sales aren't working all that well just yet. I'm just going to try to chunk these prices into something that will get me some market share. It might be difficult with the high quality of these overseas producers' chairs. But I'll try, once I get some brand going on. I should do okay, it looks like. I'm having a shortage of sofas. Which is mostly caused by a shortage of leather. Okay, well, I can deal with that. Let's open up a leather farm. Max out the training. I believe it is just for now. Sofas that need my leather. There's also a bit of a squeeze on timber, but that should help at least a little bit. Go back to Istanbul and all these prices can come up because I'm getting a pretty good squeeze on, and I think I can do with a new bed unit here. I just purchased the wrong beds though, I want to use mine. Let's clear that stock. I'm having a bit of a shortage of chairs too, so let's go to the chair supplier and see what's happening. It looks like I need to switch my timber supplier as well. Oh, so rubber has shown up now at the seaport, so I don't need to worry about starting my own rubber farm, but I probably will. Anyways. Do that at the end of April. So let's just do a quick tour through our firms. This one is doing just fine. Looks like you could do a touch of training. Training can come back off a little bit. You're doing fine. Well, I've absolutely slammed this one for supply now. So let's try switching you back the other way, and maybe that'll work. These prices can all come up just a little bit. Yeah, keep some training going on. The only thing that's actually squeezed at purchasing is sofas in this town, but that's fine. Here's the same way. So maybe back off the training a touch. Here I need a new unit, so I'm going to go for sofas. That's probably a bit too aggressive of a price increase, but we'll see. Oh, it's enough to make this guy profitable, though, which is nice. My cotton farm's doing fine. R&D unit's all doing okay. My polyester factory, which I probably don't actually need. Okay, looks like you could actually use with a new production unit here. And in my shoe store, let's adjust some prices. Here we're looking at our latest. Yeah, chairs. Supply is still having a big problem. And it's with timber, so I need to start producing my own timber, it sounds like. The thing I could do is, now that I've got sports shoes, is if I make this purchase cotton, which should be a purchasing unit, of course. Build in even some more capacity here. This will be a good keystone to expand my footwear stores to every city. I'll take this leather off internal sale. And let's do that. So in Stuttgart, I need a shoe store. Find a good high demand location for it. There's a bunch here that are up at 69, which seems like it's probably going to be the best I can do. So my sports shoes are, of course, the most important thing. But we'll sell these other things as well. And hook up advertising to my sports shoes. Okay, video game console unveiled. That's cool. They're selling my product, so I can't beat them on price. But here with these socks, maybe I can. That's going to be some R&D coming through, yep. I'm going to set my filter to footwear stores, just so I can keep track. So Prague has one, Stuttgart has one. Let's go to Rome. $81. I love it. So my shoes, sandals, regular shoes, and socks. Hook up an advertising unit. And try to situate our prices. Oh, Fat Group is really entrenched here. But I should do okay just being way down below them in price. Alright, shoes. There we go, beat them on overall, and then I think I can do the same. Oh, not by closing that. By bringing my price way down. That's more than enough on socks. Let's just clear our R&D, which is all looking pretty nice. Build a footwear store in Shenyang. There's a 60. That didn't sound good. Let's plop this here with the 60 and see what that is. Supply of linen has stopped. Okay, but there is linen. Alright, then back to Shenyang to hook up all these. So, my shoes. The best sandals. The best regular shoes. And the best socks. Advertising unit. Get comfortable with our prices. That should do. A merger there, and then finally into Istanbul. That's a 60. Yeah, one of these 60s. Oh, 63. Cool. Right. Sandals, shoes, socks, and sport shoes. Oh, I missed May again. Okay, but we seem to be doing fine. Holy hell, fat group, you're really entrenched in socks in Istanbul. Good for you. Okay, cool. And now let's do one more tour of our firms just to make sure everything is taken along as it should be. Chair Factory is doing fine. Here, these prices can come up a little bit. My quality is higher now. It's quite nice to see. My brand rating in furniture in Prague is amazing. R&D is doing nice. Okay, you just need training. A bit more price. Yeah, I really think I need to build my own timber supply because this is just getting a little crazy. I am trying to provide 6 manufacturing units from 1 purchasing unit, but it's a level 9 purchasing unit and it can't keep up actually at the supply side, so I think a timber farm on internal sale or a logging camp might be the way to go. Yeah, these guys are all squeezed at production, so there's not much point in trying to train up these units. Cotton farm is showing a bit of a loss, so I'm going to raise my price a bit. We're heading into a recession, I just noticed, which is fun. That price needs to come up because I'm selling at a loss, just as well because I've got the surplus room. And does this guy need any more training still? Yeah, it does on socks. It does on shoes. Okay, so it still does. All these prices need to come up. Leather farm is doing just fine. Here I've got some price tweaking to do. Here I certainly need some training. And these prices can all increase. I don't have any room to lower that price. That's a shame. And here I also can use some training. And it's the same story here. Can't really lower that price. I didn't link up this one. That's silly of me. It's just this one was not linked. Okay, cool. So, everything seems to be going a-okay. We are almost completely at our annual profit goal, which means it's like in the last scenario, just going to be a matter of somewhat aggressively increasing our revenue. One thing I'm going to do just to get some more capital, I do think that timber logging camp idea is a good one, but I don't know if it needs to happen right away. Actually, I think it does, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I've got $100 million in cash. I did, in the last episode, manage to take this firm pretty much completely private, or this company, by just buying up all the shares that I myself didn't own. So what I can do is, if I issue, with the game paused, issue, just shy of $1 million worth of shares. Let's do it 68. Now I can buy them all. And I just transferred from my own personal wealth to the company $68 million. And another... No, can't do it too frequently. That's fine. So now I've got enough money to build a logging camp. They can be spendy. 68. Looking for the best quality. 89. That's probably going to win. Which was in Stuttgart. The red ones are occupied. Yeah, so long as Stuttgart wins. Logging camp, I can unpause, of course, now. I'm going to build a logging unit, an inventory unit, 2 sales units, and keep this on internal sale. And the first thing I'm going to do with it is my timber not showing up yet? No, there it is link up my logging camp. I'll raise my price kind of to find a sweet spot of breaking even. Yeah, it's just this one factory, but that is hungry for timber. Well, how are you doing now? Give it some training, I guess. And raise the price a bit. Now, the next thing I want to see is how this R&D is doing, because I don't really want to get into these. I'm not sure, actually. I mean, it's coming up soon enough, but like with how much this is going to boost things. Like, is it going to be particularly lucrative to try to join this market? I'm not certain that it is. Yeah, I'll hold off on that until the R&D is finished. I can afford to wait. So the thing to do now, I guess, is to plan our next our next category. What I was looking at before was the sports equipment, just because shoes use polyester, sport shoes use polyester, and backpacks use polyester. I'm going to be making shoes soon enough. But just because I'm already producing polyester, maybe what I'll do is start some 5-year research on these guys. So backpacks, golf clubs, and I'll need another R&D unit. Which will be researching inline skates. And I might as well research polyester while I'm here. One thing that I should have done, it's a bit late now, but it was worth considering, was just with respect to land costs. This is a good strategy, but I didn't do it. You can see here I just like kind of, for realism's sake, I guess, keeping everything pretty close together, building like a nice corporate campus like this. But my land costs increased pretty significantly. So, for example, here, this land is worth $3.1 million, whereas out in the open, which is what it would cost before I built this, it's only worth 1.9. So one thing you can do is actually buy the land ahead of time, kind of before you, because every building I place here increases the land value around it. So if I had purchased land ahead of time, which I'm actually going to do now, to the extent that I can afford it, because I've got a bit of downtime, this way I'm only paying the price for the land. Out to here is probably pretty good. Well, it's relatively low, and I'll buy up this one as well, and that one. And that way I'm going to own this land and I can build on it freely, and don't have to worry about my construction increasing the land value in the future. I don't want training on this one. So that's just a tip if you're planning to grow in one big area. Like this, if you're going to go for the strategy, is just to buy up the land ahead of time. Which I didn't actually do early enough for it to mean something. Okay, so my logging camp now has excess timber. What I'm going to do is actually switch over my other things that are using timber, just to see if that's going to work for me. And then I'm going to do one final thing this episode, is actually do another tour of my firms, because it seems like a lot of this demand has actually kind of leveled off. So, for example, this price can come down. Looks like it's thanks to some hefty competition. I am going to keep training here. And make sure to review my media firms this time. So that R&D is almost done again. This guy's training can slow down. This guy's training can slow down. Possibly its price as well. And then once I'm done this tour of all these firms, I am going to wrap this episode up. You're doing just fine. Yeah, that store's looking great, actually. Let's see, with chairs, I have surplus demand, so this guy needs training, which he didn't have before. Nope, I've run out of cash. Okay, let's make sure the game is paused. Let's issue that $30 million worth of shares that I meant to buy before. I'm deep in a recession now, so I'm not terribly surprised that that's happened, but let's look at what the cause is. once we're done this tour, if it shows up while we're doing the tour. Oh, cotton farm, yeah, is making a year-to-date profit, so that's great. This stuff's almost done, which is nice. Yeah, that's kind of profitable, so that was actually probably just a cash crunch from blowing literally all my money on the land purchases. It's never a good feeling to see that, but okay, so these socks, I'm buying Green Company socks. This socks at the seaport. I'm going to switch over so I'm not bound by that price agreement. My shoes are getting crowded. I do not want to sell my sofa technology, buddy. Sorry. In general, I'm rarely a fan of selling technology. And so here I need training, which I didn't have before. But this price can come up, and that price can stay about where it is. I brought that one down. Mother Farm's doing just fine. Okay, that's going to be... Let's finish up with this firm first. Yeah, that is all of that R&D. Sport shoes, socks, shoes, and sandals. So I'm actually going to switch these to 3 years. Because that seems to be the strategy I'm going for here with that's going to be here, which is sport shoes. But with 5 years to enter a market and then 3 years once I'm in it to keep a pretty frequent update cycle. And then that has, so I was at firm 17s. Let's go to 18 here, which is another footwear store. Get the speed back up. So that's great, because that means that I'm actually very well positioned to start manufacturing those things. I've got the retail stores. I can just switch all of these over from using the seaport to using my own goods. Timber thing is profitable. Okay. So that's as great a place as any to end it. That recession that we're in now looks like it's hit our bottom line pretty hard, but we are still solvent, we're still profitable, and we're ready to make another expansion. Couldn't really ask for anything better as far as a position to be in. So this has been Capitalism Lab. I've been rjhelms. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave any comments if you have any thoughts or feedback about this video or this series, anything you'd like to see or would not like to see. Anything like that is welcome. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more things like this. And just as a final note, as you may have noticed, I took kind of a long weekend off because I was just traveling and didn't really have time to make videos to catch up before I left. And while I was away, I managed to hit 100 subscribers. So I'm probably going to later this week do something kind of silly as a thank you for that. And thanks so much, everybody who's subscribed to this channel and watched these videos. It really is awesome to be building a bit of a following. So just thank you again for that. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.